All right, we live. Got to share it in the groups a little bit.
Uh,
Mm-mm. This is a wild, well, wild boy, man.
man, phew.
That's all I can say. Hey, Mike Norvell, and them boys, them some wild boys. Mm-mm-mm. While we're sharing this, feel free to like, comment, add, share this in all your different Noah groups if they want to contribute to the conversation. Maybe they can help us make sense of all this. Because what's funny is the amount of guys who call my phone that played for me, who played with me, that asked me, like I know what the hell's going on. Like I ain't just watched the game with them. I'm like, man, I can't call it. I do know this. Somewhere, PK Sam is having a field day right now, man. Um, this is wild, bro. But anyways, before we get into this debacle, man, how's everything going with you?
Man, everything good. I'm trying to stay up to date on this Florida game. It looked like they had Bama on the ropes for a little bit.
Yeah, they did, man. It was down. They were down two at one point. Did Bama was Bama able to get the ball?
Yeah, they kicked it to him, and Bama was driving. I don't know if they was able to get it first down when before we went live. Check real
You
quick.
gotta check your You talking through your car Bluetooth? You talking through your car Bluetooth?
I'm talking to the normal mic on my phone.
Okay. Oh, now it's good. It was going in and out for a little
Probably
bit.
because I was checking the scope.
Hold on. I'm almost done sharing this
Yeah,
because I want people to.
they definitely
I
interacting
want
today. We
honest
got
people's
some stuff.
opinions, man.
We got a lot of them.
Well, I can take a break. Here it is. If you didn't know, Florida State's lost its third consecutive game this season to the mighty Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and at no point was Florida State in the game. Um, Notre Dame looked good. Jacksonville State, we had control until the end of the game. At no point did Florida State look like a football team that resembled, I mean, anything that resembled a football team. Undisciplined, unorganized, a complete debacle happened on national TV. And that's really it, man. Before we go into all that stuff, what did you see?
Man, I saw a team like you said, undisciplined. Times where we were supposed to get off the field, the play where we extended the drive and gave them another opportunity to go down and score. And then I seen just a team that couldn't stop Wake Forest. Wake Forest put up 35 points on a Florida State team. Like where they do that at? And we only able to put up 14 points. Is trying to find a rhythm offensively, and it was all over the place today from a team that's been able to run the ball effectively. We just didn't have any answers for a Wake Forest team that we know isn't more talented than us. They outcoached us, they outplayed us, and they looked like they were the guys that has all the 4 and 5 stars on their team. And man, next, it, where do we go from here? I want to know your thoughts on it because man, what I seen out there was a complete dominant performance from Wake Forest from the first play of the game. And it didn't look like we were supposed to be on the field with them. And as a team in Florida State with our tradition, that's a problem.
I I I, I don't know. Um, I, I I I don't know where we go from here. Like that's the messed up part is that it was so bad that there's no way to single out any one thing, any one point. Like at no point did this look like anything resembling a football team and or a good football team. And that's the part that I I try to really drive into people's heads because let's be real. And I say this quite often because this is the only way you can describe it. Is this a 9 million, $8 to $9 million a year value that the fan is getting? And you can't say that. And the fans have to quit like believing that it's a tag versus a no avail thing as much as it is a standard that was set by our athletic director and our booster presidents. This time 2 years ago, we were having lemonade stands. You know what I'm saying? Like to fire a guy this quick into it, and I'm not again. I don't believe you should fire Mike Norvell right now, but it's hard to not say that when that was what was happening last time. And when you go back and you look at the grand scheme of things, um, like our fans, and this is why when people are like, bring the old players back, and what the hell are we gonna do? Besides, I can't suit up. I don't have any more eligibility. Like there are a bunch of guys that are in the locker room that, for whatever reason, left their schools to come here, so they don't even have any loyalty to what they're building. And every FSU fan, before those players got an opportunity to earn the damn arrow on their helmet, exalted them and made them superstars to where now you don't have to earn it. Um, like my son, and he's so cute, and I hate this for him, but he's naive in his youth. Said something like, I can't wait till I go to Florida State and play and help turn it around. And it's going to be easier for me because they already recognize the name. Everybody knows my daddy. Like, and that comes from, having, shit, having like stayed with it, man. And, like, I'm trying not to be emotional right now. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard because, like, I'm not. We're watching this as guys who play for something, man. Like Mackenzie Milton, phenomenal story. We treated him like he was in the likes of Charlie Ward before he even threw a pass. Dylan Gibbons, dope story. Like I'm glad you did that for the little for Buddy in the wheelchair. Is he even starting? It's like I I have a little bit of name because I scored 10 touchdowns. And I scored one. The nickname came from scoring touchdowns in big games. But y'all argue with your people who actually have done something like they've done something and get mad when they critique it like we're the same. There is nothing that me or you can do, Freddie, to separate ourselves from the program for the rest of our life. Because the minute even if my son, like say for example, say my son does go to a rival, it's Getty Images that you can go look that have Coleman 36 all through it. And that's the hurtful part, man. That's the hurtful part. And it's such bad game tape that I can't even break it down and tell you where it went wrong. And I don't even want to critique because it comes off as a troll. Like, remember when we talked about Jordan Travis, right? And I told people, Jordan Travis didn't play as bad a game against Notre Dame as people thought. And Mackenzie Milton didn't play as good a game as people thought. you the interceptions can be explained. Like it's still bad, but you can at least explain away the interceptions. You can't explain any of the turnovers that he had against Wake Forest today. You can't explain them away besides he was trying to accomplish something that his skill set no longer has the ability to do, but you keep putting them out there, and you did it at the risk of ruining a kid who could be here next year. It's Jordan Travis. You play the guys who are going to be here in the long run unless it's exponentially better. And it's not. And the only times you score to move the ball have been when he's in there. And we don't. And it's like, it was a good coach in Memphis. And what I need to know is what the fuck happens when people come to Florida State to make this shit happen. And what the fuck happens when guys leave? Why all of a sudden is DJ Matthews returning 81-yard kicks and actually playing a lot better football? Why is little Myron Roll, I can't think of his name, buddy from California, um, that went to Boston College. He's on a 3-0 football team.
Oh, Woodby.
Yeah, why is it like? Why does my man leave to go to Alabama? Well, I get everybody's good at Alabama, but it's like guys go and flourish. Maybe it's something deep. Maybe it is a true admin problem. It's something deeper than that. But like, damn, man, and the fan base wants to talk about. Oh, well, former players should be talking about it. Well, who gets to talk about it? And you think that hurts recruiting? No. 35-14 against Wake Forest is what hurts recruiting. Luckily, I really believe I don't know what we've done or what we got on Slant 2 Shorty and Travis Hunter. I really believe he's coming to Florida State no matter what. And I don't know why, but I'm grateful because I do believe that's the type of player you need to turn it around. But at a certain point, we as a fan base have to be. We have. This is what I said last year, right? When people thought I was like James, you hate Mike Norvell, and that's the furthest from the truth. Even if I did, it's one way to my heart. Take care of the kids. Mike's a dope coach. A lot of those guys are dope men individually. I'm loyal to. There's the only coach I was ever loyal to is dead. That's Bobby Bowden. I'm loyal to the logo first. If it don't make sense to the logo, it don't make sense in general. And I think the fan base has to come to each other, come to their senses, and speak truth to each other. Is this the direction? Is this what we want from the logo that we love and that we cherish and that we want to see succeed and prosper? Do we want to see every week like this or that, or do we want to continue to lie to ourselves? Because the reality of the situation is you lied to yourself all last year. And I think I said it last week, right? Where you lied to yourself. I didn't say this because this is something I'm saying. Taggart wasn't fired because he was black or because of racism. I want to say that and make that clear. Taggart wasn't given the opportunity to fail that most people don't give African American coaches, not just Florida State, just in general. But Taggart was fired because they felt they could get somebody better. That was the reason why Taggart was fired. It wasn't Mike Norvell. If you still think that and you still believe the reputables and all that other stuff, I don't know what to tell you because the proof is in the pudding. Mike might be a good coach and Mike could eventually do something. But if you believe that Florida State fired a coach in the middle of the season for a group of 5 coach, I got oceanfront property in Nebraska to sell you. But I will say this. Your excuses for him And it's not that you are, it's rooted in the fact that you felt the need to tear down somebody that you could have just simply said it didn't work. And that's what I'm saying right now is it's nothing bad personally. I'm not gonna like you shouldn't make it personal. Right now it just doesn't seem like it's working. It just does not seem, and you can't statistically give me anything, or as my boy Post used to say, nothing tangible you can say that shows us that it's moving in the right direction. Nothing that we can hold or read and value outside of this. Matt Baker did write this in his report. We well no now it's more. Um, it's probably like 64%. 64% of the losses have been blowout losses, as opposed to 66%. We can't say that. We're 2% better in not getting our asses blown the fuck out, but we upset on the field. But those are the things. And then this recruiting class, people forget Taggart had the number 10 recruiting class before he was fired. So recruiting isn't a problem. The logo recruits itself, but like Mike's got to find guys who can get a gut check or play the young guys, but he didn't invest enough in the high school side, so there are no young guys to really play. It's mercenaries and guys who've been there. No matter what War Chant 247, all these articles that they wrote that said we flipped the roster. Nobody uses that vernacular unless you've actually made the roster better. And if the roster was better, we would not be 0-3 right now. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. Let me drink some. I gotta drink some of this water. It's hard to pontificate my points. Is what I want to say, bro. Your mic.
You get me?
Yeah, you good now.
I knew this was gonna be a tough one to talk about. I don't even, man. Just looking at what I saw, you hit it right on the head, man. There's not one thing you could pinpoint from that game that was the reason that we lost, man. We can go back and film and have a whole film review and probably have a 4-hour film session to tell you this, that, the third. Man, it was so much that went wrong, and it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't look like a good football team. And how do we go from the Notre Dame game to where we are now? I don't understand that. That's what I'm trying to wrap my mind around. Yeah, Notre Dame was a loss, but it seemed like the team had some promise. And to see what we saw today, and knowing that we're playing Louisville this upcoming week, I don't know, man. From two guys that are laid it on the line for the program, and man, yeah, we don't play anymore. But when I go out there and it's Saturday and the nose out there playing, it's a part of me that feels tied into this program, man. And to see what we saw today, man, I don't know. You can't put it into words.
My bad. I got this food in my mind. I have to get some energy. But bro, it's not just us though. We're just vocal and not even really vocal. We're just seeing more. All these calls I've got, and guys don't know what to do to help. You can't just talk your way out of this, man. This ain't a motivational speaker sport, man. Like,
Yeah,
there's no mercy. Like, there's no mercy rule in college or pro. If you can't go out there and beat and get yourself off the field, I can't motivate you to do it, bro. You got Shade Tree. What's going on, Shade Tree? It's like it was cats like again. It's like, and I guess it's just the way you grow up. Like I grew up like so. You're younger than me, right? So in theory, you grew up watching my generation play. I grew up watching Shade Tree, and I saw the way Shade Tree hit people, and I'm gonna pick on him a little bit, but that's a combination between coke, steroids, and just evil intentions. I'm not saying he did any of that stuff, but you don't hit people like that have a conscience, right? There was a poster of Shade Tree hitting. I think it was a Duke quarterback. Bro, he hit a parallel. Like, how do you knock another human being parallel? That's mean. That's just being a mean person. But that's what we had, and that's what it takes to play this game at a high level. Like, I won't even lie. Like, I had like, me and my father's and we talked about this, much better grandfather than he was a father. But when I was playing football, everybody who was on the other side of me was my daddy, and I was taking out issues. That was my psych. That was the field was my what do you call it? My therapy. Right now, it doesn't even feel like the field is. It was my safe space. My safe space was the violence of football. But I don't even know if that's a safe space for them. And but I can't blame it on like I can blame the X's on all. I can question and I will question, and I can't wait till I see Mike one day, like eventually, and be like, "Yo, coach, I'll draw it up for you, bro. I'll go through the depth chart and tell you who needs to be this person. But we need a 34 wham for 4th and 1. Don't put the 165-pound frail quarterback with one leg. Don't do quarterback dive with him. That shit don't work, man. Like he fumbles the ball like he did. Like he's not ready for that. But like or hire Jameis's trainer to come and beat up the quarterback so they can get tougher, so they can be ready for that kind of stuff. But like these guys, like I can question that, but I also have to at the same time question the heart because you, you're the one who's going through it, man. And yeah, the coaching staff can put the guys on the field, but you have to be you gotta like I can always say I play for Jeff Bowden, man. Like Jeff didn't put us in the best situations all the time. We just try to go out there and do our best and get ourselves out of it. I see the great Mickey Andrews. When I would see him go Tiger, I would see this 3 fingers. They were running the 3 down, basically prevent type of defense, and I've seen our defense get ate up late in games doing that mess. So there's no telling what really where the issue is. It's a team. The one thing I will say, it is a team issue. Everybody, trainers, um, SNC probably like everybody is failing together. So I'll applaud that, right? Like they're together as a team with one thing. But on that field, man, that product is not good, man. It's not good at all.
at all. And man, this one was just tough to watch. I doubt I even watch the replay, but I'm probably lying. I'll probably go back and take a further look at everything. But man, because at this point you just got to figure out like were there any bright spots, man, or are there any guys out there fighting, man? I know this whole year we talked about 11, but today I didn't see anything to be optimistic about going into Louisville. I mean, Jordan Travis before he got hurt, that was a bright spot. I guess you had a QB controversy, but he was a guy I feel like opens up the offense that we're gonna have an issue about continuing to play 2 quarterbacks if Jay Trav doesn't get hurt, but then he gets hurt, so we got to see what goes on with him. But man, after that, outside of that, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing for you. I watched the game. Trayshawn Ward was a bright spot. That's one thing I can say. Trayshawn Ward, he continues the ball. He continues to do what he does, man. We got to get him on the show. That's one guy we got to get on the show. Just um forget the wins and losses, just what he's overcame and the way he continues to
Mm-hmm.
go out and fight each and every week, regardless of the scoreboard. I seen him on the sideline, just he's fed up, and he's fed up. He's sick and tired of losing, and if his play shows it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one bright
Corbin
spot
too.
I can say.
Cor-
Corbin, yeah,
Corbin too.
Corbin as well, yeah.
But here's
But
the
that
thing, like we've said this the last 3 weeks. That you can win a lot of games, no matter what level, from Pop Warner all the way to the pros, with a good running game and a solid defense. Everybody thinks you have to pass the ball around 75 times to be able to do it, and you just don't. Wisconsin showed you this, and other programs show you this. It's like you got two guys that are really going out there laying it on the line every play, and Jordan Travis does allow for them to run a little bit better because defenses have to respect him in the running game. When McKenzie comes out there, they're not respecting him in the running game. And for the life of me, everybody wrote all summer, all year about Jordan Travis's arm not being live. But yet and still, there's enough film to show he can throw that ball down the middle of the field deep with the best of them. Like, take the shots. But don't take the shots with my man Keyshawn. Like, Keyshawn's a competitor, but Keyshawn's a little smaller. That's why we have the 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers. Wake Forest, we figured out how to do that shit against us. And I will say, I saw Johnson did do some things. He's effective. Fabian Lovett played well. What's the guy? I think his name is Kier, another transfer. But again, these are transfers, man. You got to get some guys that chose Florida State because they love Florida State, and a lot of a lot of a lot of things that you heard like with as far as football IQ and a lot of other stuff was said about these guys, and like now it's time to take. It's time to like the play. It is the players and Marvin Jones. I don't know if you can see this right here, but it says until teammates hold each other accountable, it's hard to excel. Somebody's got to get pissed and lead, and that is 100% true. But who is the leader and who do you listen to? The transfer portal giveth and it taketh away. How can I listen to a guy talk about family commitment and accountability that left where they were at before? I can't. Like, I won't follow that person. They got to physically beat me to follow them. And that wasn't happening when I was playing. Like, but I will follow a guy that can that came through here that I've been with for 4 years. That's why I don't know what it may have been different for you guys because y'all had social media and shit, so you got to know the people before they even came. But like my class, you were close with your class and your seg the most. So the O2 cats we came in was close with all the O2 cats and the running back seg. Those are the people that you were around all the time. So like but you were close with your teammates, but you bled and fought with those cats. And for years. I've only known some of these guys. I haven't known some of these guys for a year, and they're gonna be out. That's not leadership. Leadership isn't in and out. Leadership is established and built upon a foundation of trust. We went through summer workouts, all of them, not just one. I saw you go from the guy that the coaches almost broke. I see you push through and persevere from that. That's why I like cats like Trayshawn Ward. There's a comment here, and again, it's kind of hard to not make it this, but like again, we wanted to get rid of all of Willie's guys, but the only people we can really rely on besides a couple transfers are Willie's guys. Like we got to get Mike, we got to get Mike's guys to step to the plate because we can be critical, but he is our coach and it's still our program. So, shit, I got man. I'm sorry for cursing if your kids are around, but like I can't say we need to run more slants. I can't say we need to like. I mean, we need to run the ball more, but like defense doesn't like. We used to have. They had this thing called Big Four that they used to do, like a tackle. The first four periods of every Mickey Andrews practice, maybe even Thursday practice, was Big Four, like tackling circuit. The first four periods they going through tackling circuit. I remember one time Chris threw too many interceptions, and Mickey made the quarterbacks go through the tackling circuit. Made them go through Big Four so they asked to learn how to tackle because. And this is the stuff that that pisses me off as a coach because like the high school I coach at, I see this as well. Like they be banging my guys, right? They try to knock my running backs out in practice. We get to a game and it be like they just be so fucking friendly. Ain't no banging going on. Ain't no thud popping. It's just it boggles me how we are making something like we Notre Dame's running back was legitimately good. Like legitimately one of the best returning running backs. Like how don't we have that same energy week in and week out? It's just amazing to me. It's amazing, man. Mm.
And it's inconsistent. I talked with somebody before the game. They said, man, the discipline, the consistency, it's all over the place in your team that has talent, but man, we just aren't putting it together. And at this point, it's like you said, the guys that are still making plays, those are the old school guys. And man, you couldn't get me to listen to somebody that was coming in for 1 year. Hell no, it wasn't happening. I wasn't listening to him. Like, man, we've been here bleeding, sweating for years, and you think you're gonna come in and tell us what to do? So we're gonna have to somebody that's been here. Why haven't they stepped up and taken that lead yet? That's my biggest question. Why haven't y'all taken that charge yet? You scared to take it. You want to be everybody's friend. Like that's the bottom line. Because you've been here for all this time and you still haven't taken that initiative. That's what it is. You want to be everybody's friend. You don't. But look where it's gotten us. So either you want to continue to go on and lose and go defeated this year, or you want to man up and hold your teammates accountable because this ain't Florida State.
Yeah, man. It, that is something that I think that's the hard part, man. And it comes from coaching too, but we didn't care who to like every year, the coaches put together like who they think the captains are, but there's the captains they choose and then there's the guys that you listen to. Sometimes it's the same person. Sometimes it's not. But there is in this generation of no, and it probably permeates outside of that, an unwillingness to step up and be that guy. Um, I think Jameis's trainer when he came on here, Otis said, Jameis he was running away from his own shine, and he had to stay into it. So you need some guy. You definitely need some guys to step into it. But I will say a lot of time, a lot of common sense things, and in hindsight, it's 2020 type things do come into um, play when you talk about things now. When you do have, I won't use the word, and I didn't use the word flip. Then I was just saying that's what the it's time to go. Okay, yeah, I heard my son say he tired of that shit. Oh yeah, my bad. Shade Tree, we definitely got to get you in here for some OG perspective, man, and even just hell, shit. I need some advice on how to raise all American sons. So that'd be great if I can get a kid that I don't have to pay for college for. That'd be dope. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, but we got to go out here and we got to recruit winners, on the field and off the field, and just got to. It's a rebuild. It's a true rebuild. But I heard one of my partners, OJ, said it best. Anytime you fire a coach early, all you do is set it up to fire the next coach early. So other than that, I ain't got much else to tell you guys. But I do know this. This is what I want from the fan base, though. All that energy that y'all had fighting people who kind of critique the program, that dark side, light side bullshit, all that fighting, you lost friends over people you don't know. Keep that energy not in the argumentative standpoint, but keep that energy in the support. Because here's what happens is when you don't support the program when it's down, the shit don't come back over because the only thing that can make it better is money. And if you ain't spending the money, it ain't gonna come back, man. And that's all I'm saying is like, stop arguing with people. It's cool to take a standpoint of we don't know, but what we can all do is we all saw that product on the field and we all know what else is coming. And I wish I could tell you it was gonna be better. I wish. But there's 4 teams, two of which have much better talent than us and a better mentality than us. One of them's a made up rival that y'all have made, and one of them's a real rival. And both will put 75 up on your ass if you don't get your mind right. The other two, one's a rival and one's a school that's on the up and coming. And it ain't getting better. Because what it looks like is that we don't have a clue and they don't have a clue of what's wrong. And until they figure that out and until the players, until the players get fed up, there's no changing the outcome of what it's going to be. Every offensive play is designed to score. Every defensive play is designed to stop the offense. And when the players' mind is made up, it doesn't matter what gets called. And what we saw today kind of again solidifies what I did. And I got the video went viral. I forgot the guy's name, but it wasn't my video, but he was in it. It was dope. Where he did the film study thing. I think I sent it to you, Freddie. Where it filmed, and I was like, if film study was like this, that's the truth. Some of this stuff, the guys are in position to make plays, man. Like, there are times when the coaches did put them in position. But there's a lot of times when the guys are in position to make plays. They just aren't making plays. But, again, I heard a teammate say this, and this is the truth. When it consistently happens, you're either coaching it or you're allowing it. Either way, eventually, if it don't change, it falls back on you. So I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This is bullshit that I gotta watch next week. Come to Louisville. Hey, we trying to raise ticket sales to get kids in Louisville. Either we're gonna make Seminole fans or they're gonna hate Florida State for the rest of their life. Right now the tickets are $30. I'm gonna try to see if I can talk with somebody in Seminole boosters and just be real with them. Dog, it ain't gonna be 30. It ain't gonna be 30,000 people in there. Sell them tickets to me for cheaper than that. But if not, if you want to donate, go check out at BigNJames_36, the pinned tweet. If you're fed up and you're a booster and you got tickets, you can just shoot me your tickets and I'll make sure they get in the hands of some people who have never been adult, and some kids who rightfully deserved all of that, man. So you got anything else? Anything, Freddie?
No, that's a wrap for me. Hopefully we see a better effort this upcoming week.
Yeah, well, we shall see. The reality of the situation is you can't forfeit the rest of the games. So maybe somebody will get COVID. I don't know. But that's all we got, man. Inside Drills. Check us out next week. Hopefully we'll see what we'll have. Maybe a guest, or maybe just be me and Freddie talking about whatever the topics are of the week. I appreciate you guys coming on here. Appreciate the comment section. It's always lit after a loss like this, man. I know people wanted to tell elite lies, but right now the only thing that's getting exposed are the elite lies that were told about the staff and the players this offseason. On that note, y'all be blessed, man. Go spend time with your families, man.